So Terrence Malick, who I'm sure most of you have seen or maybe not have seen, he's a very artistic kind of director, which is funny to say because we'd imagine all directors are artistic in their own way, but he's very specific, and you'll see that if you look up any of his work. The way that he shoots, the way the camera works, the way he collaborates with his DP and just on getting the shot a specific way, it's very invasive, but in a way that almost seems like it's personal, but it's also exciting to see that it feels like just real life. It looks like we are watching just real moments unfold as opposed to scripted moments. And it's just, he knows how to do that with the way that he shoots. And this movie is a wonderful example of that. But then again, he's done that pretty much with a lot of his most recent movies. And I just think that what made this movie special, mind you, this is a 3-hour film. It can feel long, but it's never really boring. It's just that you have to go through a lot of slower moments. But in those slow moments, and this is something that I picked up after I watched the movie, because during it, and I will admit I was a little tired in the middle of the movie, so it did feel longer because I was exhausted, but at the same time, this film was just, there were so many things that I had to think about after the film was over and go, you know what? I appreciated those quieter moments. The movie will make sense to you if you should see it, and to why it is longer is because the characters have to go through long durations of just events. One in particular is a man is in prison, so you kind of like have to stretch out the time to really feel like the suffering that he had to go through and to be there. And this is just, I don't know, it's really brutal to sit through, but it's also beautiful to sit through. The acting is so simple, but it's also so, I don't know, there's just something lovely about not feeling like you have to overdo any performance. You can just kind of exist, and that alone is gut-wrenching enough just to watch, and how you can handle those quieter moments. And these are actors I've never seen before. What I think is wonderful about the movie as well is not only do we get, again, this is not a movie that you're going to be wanting to put on probably more than once. And I say that because very much like Sophie's Choice or The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, any movie that deals with the war or has some sort of Holocaust or just sort of tie into that time, because this movie is in that time frame, it's a very beautiful look, beautiful film, but it's not a movie I think you're going to be in the mood to watch again. But for this movie in particular, the reason I would want to watch it again, not necessarily because of those heavier moments, I loved all that, but it's also something I can't really watch without getting too depressed, is the way this movie, it's shot in Austria, and it's set in Austria, and just the way the colors of Austria look in every single season, because Terrence Malick really shows us winter, shows us spring, summer. He really shows us just gorgeous cinematography. We see gorgeous views of Austria, and I was just mesmerized. And so I kept telling my friends, I said, well, I may not be able to sit through this whole movie again just on a sadness level, because I don't want to be so defeated after what you just saw. I would love to see a compilation video of just all the frames of Austria that Terrence Malick got, because it was just stunning. And that all being said, this is a very well-acted film. Like I said, it's a very heavy movie. Not going to be for everybody. If you're not into movies about the war or about the Holocaust or with Hitler or anything of that nature, you may not be able to sit through this. But at the same time, it's not as heavy as movies you may have seen in the past, like The Pianist or Schindler's List, movies like that. But this is a film that I think, I don't know, I will say watch it at least once, but I think this is a movie that just also watch because you will be taken back by just the look of the movie and the way he films. It's just so exciting, and I really just thought it was breathtaking. I think that's why I can't stop thinking about this movie, is because, again, not only with the location where they filmed, but also the way it's filmed. Again, very invasive, but in a way that's not super uncomfortable, just enough for you to go, wow, this feels like a real interaction, if that makes any sense. So check it out. It's beautiful. I loved it. See it.